Rene. People also know me as Vegan Heat. So today I'm going to show you guys my version of a Maryland-style jumbo lump cake. I'm going to go ahead and show you first. I already boiled, so I'm using jackfruit as my base today. And this is the jackfruit already boiled. I'm going to show you how I got to this step. So, jackfruit, I go to the Asian market a lot. You can shop at the Asian market a lot for vegan products. In this case, like I said, today I used what I had in my kitchen. So I used young green jackfruit. So I used 2 cans. This as you see came from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has it as well. The key to this, my first mistake about 4 years ago when I went vegan, I bought jackfruit, but I bought the sweet one, the yellow, I forgot what it's called, but it's a difference. I kept trying to make pulled pork barbecue. I'm like, why is it so sweet? Long story short, I had to go back to the store because I didn't buy the young green jackfruit. So this is the key, buying the young green jackfruit, you guys. So I use this. I filled my, let me come over here, I'm sorry. So just get a pot of your choice. I filled it up halfway with water. You want to fill it up to the level of, this depends on how much jackfruit you guys have. But I filled this pot halfway up, plain water. Then I added, I got this from Atlanta. Hold on, let me it is crab, shrimp, and crawfish boil. See some of it leaks to the bottom of the Ziploc bag. So you want to add a little bit of that to the water. It's going to help enhance that seafood flavor. The key, jackfruit. A lot of people say they don't like certain things. They don't like jackfruit because, I'm not going to lie, I don't like jackfruit unless I make it. Because I'm sorry, I don't want to, it's just nasty sometimes. It can be bland. And we know how vegan food can be. And we don't want, the key to it is enhancing that flavor into the jackfruit. You want to put as much flavor as you can into it. So, for people, I'm not sure as far as the bay, where to get this at, but I have seen this in the grocery store, but it's in the small boxes. I have used that too. And it's like in the bag. When you buy it in the boxes right here, you just put that whole thing in the water. Because the key to it is infusing that water with seafood flavor. Okay, so I added the jackfruit. I said a little bit of this, and I don't really measure. This is spicy too. My name is Vegan Heat, so anything I make is going to have some heat. That's my signature, number one. I'm going to say that. But for this, I did put maybe about a tablespoon. But this is already spicy on its own. Okay, guys? So I added that to the water. Old Bay, can't go wrong. You got to have Old Bay. So I added this to the water as well. And this is kind of the same thing, but it's concentrated. Add a little bit of this to the water. That was it. And then at that point, I let it boil. Me personally, I like all that flavor to be absorbed. So I let it boil all the way out. Some people maybe put it on high for about maybe 30 minutes. However long it takes to boil all the flavor out. And I'm showing you guys exactly what I use. For those of you in Atlanta and the Bay Area who have had my crab cakes so far and love them, this is exactly what I do. So if you don't have though, I'm gonna show you a modification. So I'm gonna show you some modifications, tips and tricks. If you don't have the crawfish boil, the Old Bay, or this on hand, but I'm gonna show you a modification. I didn't do this, but this is a secret right here. This right here will save your life on so many things. Use this in the water. And you just want to basically add it until you taste it. Me, I'm big on flavor. So with the other things that I showed you, I just add it and I keep taste is key. I keep adding it until my taste buds like, bam, that's it. That's fire. So, but if you don't have those things readily available, just put a little bit of this in the water. That's fine. And if you have Old Bay, add Old Bay. But put a little bit of this in the water. This is all you have. And then later, once all the water is evaporated, basically, you could go in and add some Creole seasoning, some Old Bay, to give it that seafood flavor. But so at that point, all my water has evaporated. So I showed you guys that's why I used my water. And this is what I have. So, one second, let me throw these away. But yes, Trader Joe's does have jackfruit. I got the directly from the acorn. And they also have jackfruit as well in water. If it's in the brine, some people rinse it off. You don't have to, but you want to get that brine out in certain recipes. But in this case, I didn't. I just put it in the pan. Okay, so this is the next step. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in here, so you can see me. If anybody has any questions, says got lots of Old Bay. I caught the end of it. I'm sorry, we're gonna look at yes. Old Bay is key for vegan recipes for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the sink. I got this from the dollar store. It's just a masher. Can't remember what the equivalent to a dollar store is here in the Bay, but the dollar store, just right here, and it works wonders. So I'm about to go ahead and mash this up. I hope you guys can see it. So I'm just mashing it, and as I mash it, it mashes effortlessly, as you see, like effortlessly. So, and this, like I said, this is so yummy, and the jackfruit is already full of seafood flavor because of what I showed you I use. And it is spicy. So if you can't tolerate spice so much with the crawfish boil, just, like I said, in the Bay, if you go to the store here, just get it in the little box. I've seen it in the box. But this does have some heat. So at this point, I'm just, like I said, you see, guys, how when you mash it, it mimics crab. It mimics that meat. So, and then if you see my Instagram post, I showed it cooking in the air fryer. But today I have my deep fryer. What's that say? Gotta try this. Yes, you have to try it. So I have my deep fryer going. It's heating up right now. I'll bring the camera closer in a minute. I'm gonna drop this in my deep fryer. And it's the same effect too as putting it in the air fryer or pan frying it on the stove, which I got some tips. Let me show you guys for that too. I'm gonna go step by step. There's so many variations on this. Everybody uses something different, but this is my tried and true, proven to be true recipe, you guys. So it doesn't take long, actually. So it's pretty much already mashed up. And like I said, just and you can see, I don't know how you can see the reddish, the color, that's flavor. So the flavor is already heavily infused into my crab cake. So this comes to the yummy part. And if I don't measure, I just kind of taste, I eyeball it, and I kind of just taste as I go. But I kind of already know at this point, just what I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna share with you. And I said, if you have questions, like I said, there's a lot of modifications that could be done. You don't have everything. So what I'm about to do, I'm just making sure it's kind of smashed up in those chunks. So at this point, I'm only going to add a little bit of seasoning, only because the flavor is so heavy already. The seafood flavor is so heavy from when I boiled it. That's the key, you guys, with the jackfruit. I'm telling you. But if you're making chicken, vegan pork, just get that imitation flavor into the water first, and just keep tasting your water until it's like, bam, like that's it. Then you just boil it. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and taste it. I'm the only one eating this. So honestly, it's already very seasoned. But for those of you who may not have seasoned your water as well, what you would add to it is a little bit of Old Bay. That's pretty much it, honestly. You just want to make the key, like I said. I can't stress enough getting that flavor in here. So at this point, all right, you guys. Oh, I'm gonna add one more thing. I did not do this, but when you boil the water, how I told you I added the crawfish, the crabs to boil, and the Old Bay. I'm showing it to you guys one more time so you can make sure you get it. And a little bit of this. You can also add garlic powder and onion powder to the water. But I just didn't do it because that's so much flavor. I just didn't do it. So at this point, I'm about to have some breadcrumbs that were laying around. I'm gonna add some breadcrumbs to it. And honestly, you guys, make sure you read the breadcrumbs. You want to make it, or you use panko crumbs as well, because it may say, because the vegan ingredients are so easy to, it's just so easy to spot non-vegan ingredients rather. It'll be in bold on the very back. It'll say contains eggs, contains milk, etc. So these are some plain breadcrumbs, and I'm just adding them. And some people may, like, for example, I'm gonna tell you this trick really quickly. And you know, like, I don't really look up recipes. I just kind of do it. But if I was to look up a recipe, for example, I never look up a vegan recipe because there's so many variations of what people use. If you're looking for a good, my best advice I tell people, if you're looking for a good recipe, a mock recipe of something that you like to eat, look up the real recipe. Don't never look up the vegan recipe. Just don't. Like I'm from Atlanta, so I'm big on flavor, big bold flavors. What's the Nor product that you show? Oh, it's veggie, this right here. It's Veggie Bouillon. And like I said, if you don't have this, you can also use any kind of other veggie bouillon, the cubes or whatnot. Just make sure it's vegan. But yeah, this right here, I get this from, I was about to say Kroger or Publix. That's when I was in Atlanta. But here, I can't find this. I'm gonna tell you, I can't find this anywhere, you guys, except the Mexican market, Cardenas. That's the only place I can find this. So anyway, it has a lot of flavor in it. So I added breadcrumbs, so you can see. I didn't measure it, kind of just put a little bit in there. I may add more later. Like I said, I was saying earlier, look up the original recipe. Don't look up the vegan recipe because there's so many variations. But basically, then you modify from there. You look up the original recipe of something, and then you just subtract or add certain ingredients. So if it says egg, you just subtract the egg, maybe add flaxseed, or you'll just learn how to modify. But if you want to look up a fire recipe, just don't look up the vegan version. For example, crab cakes. Don't look up vegan crab cakes. You're going to see so many things. Look up the original, like how to make crab cakes. And there's so many variations, but pictures do justice, you know, so you'll be like, oh, this is going to be a fire recipe. So that's one tip I wanted to give. Okay, I added the breadcrumbs. Next comes mayonnaise. Today I'm using this right here. I will tell you guys, I'm not a big fan. Can you use banana blossom? You know what? You can use banana blossom instead. A lot of people are not familiar with banana blossom. If you see my page, I made vegan fish out of it. But with the banana blossom, I would shy away from it only because you have to do more work. Meaning banana blossom kind of has this texture and you would have to chop it more versus the jackfruit kind of already shreds effortlessly. So, but next I'm going to add mayonnaise to it. So basically, this is not bad, but it's not my favorite. I typically like, some people say veganese, veganaise, but the vegan mayonnaise. I'm sure a lot of you who are vegan may know what I'm talking about, but you can Google it as well. I hope I'm saying it correctly. And I'm country, so I have that little accent a little bit. Can't say everything how you guys say it. But anyway, I'm gonna use this only because today I've used what I had in my refrigerator. But veganese to me is better because it's just this is a little sweeter, a tad bit sweeter. That's why I'm not crazy about this, but I do have it in my refrigerator. So I'm gonna add some mayonnaise to this, you guys. Man, this thing is so good already. Like, you don't know. So like I said, some people add a binder too, just so you know. Veganese. Some people add a binder. Yes, veganese is a rule. Like I said, it's my favorite. But the breadcrumbs is your binder. So just so you know, the breadcrumbs is going to bind together. So I added a little bit of mayonnaise. As you see how much I'm adding. I don't measure. But I'm going to go ahead and actually start mixing it together. Yes, it's tastier. You're right. I don't know why I have this right here. I think because I was in the store one day and I needed something, and this was there. And so I made it work. I'm going to get a fork, you guys. Let me get a napkin, too. too. Get in front of the camera. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mix it up just a little bit before I add anything else. So you can see me mixing it up, but to me, I can just tell that looks kind of dry. That's why I kind of just eyeball it. So I'm just gonna add more mayonnaise. I'm gonna get another spoon because that has jackfruit on it. If you use hard, you know what? Yes, you can use hard palm because hard palms has the consistency of jackfruit and it breaks very, very easily. Very easily. So yeah. And you know what? For my vegans who are raw, I guess, so to speak, you can kind of, but I think when you do raw vegans, I think raw vegans kind of cook it to a certain temperature. But if you wanted to, I'm sure you can kind of make this raw actually. You could use a harder palm. I wouldn't recommend using jackfruit because typically I would use a harder palm like you said. And at that point, just add your seafood flavor to it. And then I guess you could cook it at the low temperature that you normally cook it. So you can kind of see how it's kind of stiff a little bit. So at this point, I'm not going to add any more breadcrumbs. I'm going to add mayonnaise, I'm sorry. So at this point, I have some spicy brown mustard. If you have regular mustard too, that's fine. But I have this huge thing. So I'm going to add just a touch of it. Just a little bit, honestly. So this is just a little bit. You don't want to taste the mustard, you guys. You do not want to taste it anymore. You just want to put a little bit of it. And I have the spicy brown mustard, which kind of coincides with me being vegan. So at this point, I'm just stir and mix it in. And I have, let me put this to the side. No, I can stay right here for a quick second. So at this point, I have a lemon. I'm going to put just a smidge of lemon. And, I have a cutting board over here. I guess I should use it, right? I don't want to. All right. So I'm just going to roll it for a second to release some of the juices and just help myself out pretty much. All right, I'm just going to cut a little bit. Okay, some few seeds in here. Getting those seeds out. And I just got a little bit. And as you see, I'm just squeezing just a little bit. Just that much. That's it. Let me put this in the trash. Dry my hands off. I hate when my hands are messy. All right. And at this point, I'm just stirring. And this is what you guys, when you basically would just need to adjust and keep tasting. And so I'm going to taste it from here because I'm the only one eating this today, you guys. But, let me see. Oh my God. It's like, no cap, no exaggeration. That's full of flavor and so good. Okay. So, at this point, I have some parsley flakes. You guys always see the green in the crab cake, right? So I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit. And I'm going to just mix this up. And I don't know if you can see the consistency. See how that's looking? And sometimes it could be a little wetter, I guess. Depends. Okay, I'm mixing it up some more because I see all the, I see a little bit of mustard. Give me 1 second, you guys. All right, this recipe is so easy. Y'all don't understand how easy it is and full of flavor. As a vegan, this is no reason to have bland food. And you can have, like I said, mock seafood. The thing is, and I'm all about color. People eat with their eyes, right? I'm going to add a couple more parsley flakes. I'm just mixing it up, as you guys can see. And this is so good. I wish you guys could taste it, but now you'll be able to make your own, right? So I'm gonna lift this up. Can you see this? Like, can you see all the yummy, the color, the flavor? That's all flavor, and it smells. See, look at that. It's like a real crab cake, doesn't it? Exactly. All right, guys. So now here comes. I'm gonna put this to the side actually. I'm gonna go ahead and make the remoulade sauce, so it'll be easy. Assembly later. I'm gonna deep fry this. I'm gonna make it into balls. I'm gonna deep fry it. Now, like you've seen on my Instagram page, I did put it in the air fryer. You can do that too. I'm gonna show you another tip. I'm not gonna do this today, but I have the ingredients I'm gonna show you guys. Basically, what you can do is if you want a pan fry, I'm gonna make mine into big balls. You know, for a fact. Will you list all this? Yes. You guys, let me move my camera. I'm gonna move my camera off of me for a minute so you can see my counter more. So you can see all the ingredients that I have. So take notes, you guys. Take notes because you can want a vegan heat secret. So I'm gonna go through it one more time really quickly because this is a fast recipe. In my water, I had the crawfish and shrimp crab oil, a little bit of, this is the same thing actually. This is the concentrated crab oil, and add a little bit of Old Bay to the water. That's it. You can add garlic powder, onion powder, but that's it. And keep tasting it, you guys, so your taste buds will be like, bam, that's enough. Because everybody's taste buds are different. So if all you want to add to the water, just so take note. If you don't have that and you want to make it right away, that's okay. Get some of this or any other bouillon, being veggie bouillon. And you want to add enough to the water until the flavor and your taste buds be like, bam, that's it. Then afterwards, you can incorporate Old Bay and you can incorporate Creole seasoning to give it that seafood flavor. Just if you want to make it right away, okay? All right, I did not use this, I didn't need it. I just wanted to show you a tip and trick. All right, so I'll put this to the side, you guys. Now, when you mix it, I'm gonna show you one more time. Get any kind, I had some breadcrumbs in a Ziploc bag already. Get some Ziploc, get some breadcrumbs, or panko crumbs. Get some panko crumbs, perfect. But make sure you read the back of it to make sure it doesn't contain eggs or wheat. Add some panko crumbs or breadcrumbs to the mix. Add some vegan mayonnaise. And like I said, if your water is not as flavored, that's okay. Then you will want to go in and add more Creole or maybe a little bit of Old Bay. I did not do that because my jackfruit is very seasoned with the seafood flavor. Okay, you guys, so let me make the sauce really quickly. That's going to go on top. So I'm going to get some of this vegan mayonnaise that you guys saw earlier. Probably about enough. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. I hope you guys can see everything really good still. Let me wipe my hands off. There we go. If you can't, somebody just send me a message or message that you can't see everything good. I hope the lighting is good for you guys.
It looks amazing, Renee. Thank you.
Say that one more time.
It looks amazing, Renee. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. No problem. All right, hold on one second. So this is the sauce I'm gonna pour on the end. So I got some of this. I'm gonna add just a touch of mustard, which is, you can use regular mustard if you have it, but I'm vegan heat. So I like spicy brown mustard. Let me get another spoon. I hate washing dishes, you guys. Like, I hate it. I'm gonna add just a little bit, not a lot. You don't want a heavy mustard taste. That's a no-no. I'm gonna move this mustard out the way since we've already used it, okay, guys? I'm gonna put it over here, the used side. Now, I like for my remoulade sauce, remoulade, country, y'all, so I got a little accent, however you like to say it. And I like for it to have a little bit of heat. So I have some chili paste, which is this right here. It helps give it the color too. I'm gonna pour a little bit of this in here. maybe all of it. But you don't have to put that much, you know. I like, you know, so I like spice, but I have another one too in case I ran out. But I did run out, but that's it. So I'm gonna actually add more mayonnaise to this. Or maybe not. Give me 1 second and I'll let you know. Okay, so at this point, I have that same limit from earlier. And I'm going to, let me move the camera back a little bit. Hopefully you guys can still see me and see everything really good. I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of lemon to it. Just a little bit. I'm getting the seeds out. Give me 1 second, I'm getting the seeds out. Hopefully you guys can see everything good. Getting the seeds out. Add just a touch of lemon. I didn't even use all of it. You know what? That's perfect. You want that color of that remoulade sauce, however you guys like to say it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just taste a little bit of it, just because I want, you know, I just want to see where I am right now with flavor. Oh wow, that's good. And you know the crazy thing is, I have a little bit of heat, but this is not as spicy as a lot of people think. And like I said, I shop at the Asian market a lot, you guys. Asian market. So at this point, I am going to add a little bit more lemon to it in a second. But I'm going to go ahead and add a touch of Creole seasoning. Just a little bit. And I'm going to add just a little bit of Old Bay. I'm going to go ahead and add a little more lemon. And like I said, you have to make this according to your taste buds. Everybody's taste buds are different. So I'm going to rinse this knife off. I shouldn't even be using a knife to taste it, but it's what's available right now in front of me. So I'm going to taste a little bit, see where it is. Perfect. Perfect. Can you guys see how it looks clearly? So what I'm going to do is, another tip and trick, we eat with our eyes. Parsley flakes. Y'all be seeing green stuff sometimes. A lot of restaurants, this is all they use. And I didn't have any, but you can use a little bit of dill in the crab recipe and in this. But I'm just adding this. People eat with their eyes. So I'm going to add just a little bit more. And I'm just going to stir it up. Hold on. So can you see, hold on, how much better that looks already? Me adding the parsley, because people eat with their eyes. You go to a restaurant, y'all be seeing that green, that's all it is. Just a little bit of dill or a little bit of more likely parsley. So that's it, you guys. So that's it. I'm gonna put this stuff to the side. I'm about to cook up the crab cake. I'm gonna put it over here to the side, get it out of the way, make some space. Are there any questions while I'm doing this recipe? I'm kind of moving fast, but I'm giving it to you guys. I'm giving you what you want, an amazing, tasty, vegan recipe. It's not a lot of work. People think it's more work than what it is. Hopefully you guys can still see. So I'm going ahead and show you a tip and trick. I'm not doing this, but I want to put my butter up because it's melting. So you can make these on the stove. If you make them on the stove, the sauce looks, thank you. It is really good, actually. Basically, thank you. So basically, if you make it on the stove, you can flatten it out. Like I'm making Maryland style jumbo lump crab cake, you guys. So, but if you make it on the stove, you can flatten it out. And in your pan, put a little bit of grapeseed oil. You could use olive oil. I don't really use olive oil a lot because of the heat and the temperature and the breakdown. So that's going to get into that. But just use some grapeseed oil. Or you know what? Use whatever oil you like. Because like Tabitha says, it's your business. Okay? So get some butter. Get a little bit of butter too. And put that in the pan. If you're pan frying it. Let me move my camera up just a little bit. Okay? If you're pan frying it, you can say what's in the big bag. Quart bag. Half the message was cut off, but are you talking about this right here? This is what I put in the water. Hold on 1 second. Let me put it over the sink. I'll pull it out. See this? I got this from Atlanta. I probably wouldn't to Cali. It's basically crawfish, shrimp, and crab webs. What you want to enhance and infuse that jackfruit flavor with. But I haven't seen this here, but they have it here. It's just in a small little box form. And I've used that before too. But if you buy the box form, just buy, when you buy it, it's like in like the seasons are in a bag. Just throw that whole bag in the water. That's what's going to help get that seafood flavor in there. Okay, so like I was saying, you guys, I'm making the Maryland style jumbo one, but this is called modification. On the stove, if you don't want to do that, you just want to kind of do a flat one, some round ones people see. Like get some oil of your choice, put it in the pan, get a little bit of butter. I'm sorry, I didn't get to the beginning of the video. I think, you know what, people who didn't catch the video, it's okay, because I think it's being recorded. So I'm sure she'll tell me how to go back to it, and you can watch the whole video. So basically, guys, like I say, get the oil of your choice, get a little bit of butter, put it in they're recording every section, so you can always go back and watch the whole video, those of you who missed it. You're going to get some butter and put it in the pan a little bit. And also, this is key. If you decide, hold on, let me open the refrigerator. If you decide to pan fry it, which I'm not doing, all about flavor. I'm telling you guys, flavor with vegan food. Put a little bit of oil in it, then add a little bit of garlic. I have this garlic right here. I actually like the crushed garlic better personally versus the minced garlic, because if you're not paying attention, the minced garlic burns very quickly, very fast. The crushed garlic is very, very, very forgiving, you guys. You can almost forget about it. It just won't burn. So anyway, add a little bit of garlic with the oil to the pan and a little bit of butter. And then you just pan fry it and flip it on each side if you decide to do that. So I'm not doing that today. I just wanted to show you guys variations. So I'm putting my butter back in the refrigerator because it's melting. So, like I said, on my page, as you guys see, it's in the air fryer, frying. But for time's sake today, we're going to fry this bad boy in the deep fryer. And the taste is going to be the exact same. Going to still get that golden brown color. So I'm moving this over. I'm moving it very slowly because it's very hot and it's ready to go. Hopefully you guys can see it really well. I'm going to move this lemon over as well as this knife, because you already saw me make the remoulade sauce. I made remoulade. I know I'm country. Like I said, bear with me. I made something a little different. So, I don't like Okay, I think I was muted for a minute, but I think I'm unmuted now. So like I said, I'm putting gloves on for right now, just for a minute. I hate for my hands to get messy. I wash them anyway, but it just makes it easier for me. All right, so you guys see the mix, right? So this is where the Maryland style crab cake comes in. So just make it into a ball like this. You know what? This is big enough. So I remember y'all saw me add those parsley flakes earlier, right? All right. So can you guys see this? Do y'all see all that flavor and yumminess in here? Like these things are so good. Like, look at that. Just look at it. Okay. All right. At this point, I'm gonna drop it in my deep fryer. I'm only gonna do one for camera's sake. So maybe I'll do two. Matter of fact, I'll do two. I'll put this to the side. This is my mix. I'll get another one. Make them as big as small as you want, like I said. And like I said, if you I'm gonna go ahead and show you just for some of you people who are visualizers. You see how this is? If you decide you want to pan fry it, like that, flatten it out. Just flatten it out. And that's it. Put it in a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter, like I said earlier. And you want to have that garlic. Please add that garlic to the pan just a little bit. Crushed garlic is better because you keep that out for life. So crushed garlic is better, like I said, because of the flavor. This is for you can have one eventually. I do sell them. You know, I make the bite. I'm showing you guys how you can make it. So basically, this is how you would flatten it out. Like I said, make sure you put that crushed garlic. Like I said, crushed garlic is more forgiving. But we're making jumbo lump crab cake. So I'm putting that bad boy back. But that's not small. I'm going to add a little bit more. And then sometimes, you know what, you got pieces that you may not have smashed that well with the masher. Let me wipe my arm off. Ugh, making more of a mess. All right, guys. I'm about to deep fry this thing. Like I said on my page, if you see the promo video, it's in the air fry. You can air fry these two if you want to. This is the second one. Make it into a nice lump ball. You'll see all that flavor infused in it. I'm going to put it to the side. All right, you guys. I'm only making two for the camera. With the rest of it, I'll probably make it later. I'm going to go ahead and take one glove off. It's in the trash. All right. So, y'all ready for the fun part? The yummy part. Let me pull and touch that. Let me pull my sleeves up a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna take both gloves off. I need to pull my sleeves up. All right, here's the fun part, cooking it. Now, if you have a little mini thing, I got this for from Best Buy for I don't know, maybe $20, $29. I'm gonna go ahead. I hope you guys can see it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. See how, do I need to bring the camera closer? I'll bring it closer before I drop it. Hopefully you guys can see it, okay? And it's frying. So yeah, it doesn't need to stay in here long at all, actually, just so it's that golden brown color. The air fryer does the same way. And you can put these in the oven too. I didn't say that. They just won't be as crispy. So let me grab a napkin. 1 second. I'm almost finished. That's how fast this recipe is. And it's freaking yummy and amazing. So I'm going to go back. Let me show you guys. I'm going to shake this just a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see it real good. I'm going to lift it up just for a minute so you can see it cooking. See that? And I need that color to be a little more golden brown. Any questions? I'm almost finished, you guys. I'm almost finished. I'm about to put it on the plate. I'm gonna make it look pretty for you guys. And you know what? That's it. These things are yummy and amazing. Like I said, the key or little advice that I offer when you're looking for a vegan recipe, just don't look up a vegan recipe. Look up the original recipe of whatever you're trying to make, because it's so many variations. And if you want a surefire recipe to be amazing and good, basically look up the original recipe. No, I'm not making it right. Somebody had this recipe of mine when I made it in Atlanta. People have had it here too, but no, I'm not making the rice with it today. So I'm going to go ahead because this stuff does burn quickly. But you guys see that right there? Hopefully, I'm about to take it out though. That's it. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Oh, put it right there. See it coming out the grease. All right. I'm going to push this thing back. Woo. All right. And this is it, you guys. I'm going to use this because I messed it up a little bit when I grabbed it with the other one. But these are the yummy crab cakes. This is it. And You can see a piece of that little crab meat right there. Like, this is, man. All right, you guys, I'm gonna plate it and make it look pretty. You know, for the longest, I could not plate food. Like, I still struggle with it, but I'm way better at it than men. My friends will tell you, like, Renee's food tastes amazing, but it looks ugly. I just couldn't plate. So it came with practice. So, and these are really crispy. So, what I'm gonna do is, back to plating. You know how to make something look pretty? The parsley flakes. This is the same thing when I'm selling my plates to y'all. Put little parsley flakes on the bottom. Bam. Bam. So, that yummy sauce that you guys saw me make earlier. I'm going to tilt my camera. Hopefully, you guys could, hopefully the lighting is still good and stuff, and you can see everything. And this is that yummy sauce. And you know what? I'm going to drizzle it. You know what? It's not coming out as pretty as I want it to right now, but that's okay. That's all right. Yeah, it's a little messed up. That's okay. You know what? That's all right. I'm going to grab a napkin. I want to clean my plate. Try to make it look a little prettier for what fell on the outside. Did you use the season? I can't see all the message. Do I have to click on it to see the full message? Those of you who missed it from the beginning, you can always catch it. You can always catch it. She's recording this.
Yeah, we're recording all the sessions, and definitely the water was seasoned when she put in the jackfruit. There was a lot of yummy seasoning in there.
So I'm going to take a little bit more of this, and I'm just going to actually, so I want it to look really pretty. I'm going to drizzle it around the plate. Not looking as pretty as I want it to, but that's enough. And if anybody has any questions, vegan_heat. Feel free to DM me and ask me any questions. Add a little bit of parsley.
What am I doing wrong?
All right, you guys. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to cut open these bad boys so you guys can see it. All right, you guys. Y'all see how fast that was and how amazing these things are going to taste. All right. And that's it. I mean, it's in the trash too. All right. Can you guys see it? Do I need to get that? Like, can you see it?
Oh my gosh, that looks amazing.
That's it. And that's how fast these things are. It doesn't take a lot. It says, what? You know what the crazy thing is? I told people they could come taste it because I'm not going to really eat these that much. So I was like, if you're in Vallejo, come taste it. But at this point, if anybody wants it, I'm not going to cook them up. I will put this batter in a Ziploc bag for you guys, and you can have it. And a little bit of the remoulade sauce, but that's it. But I'm going to cut it open for you guys so you can see. Oh, I did get it. Okay, let's see. All right. Hopefully. Oh, wow. Guys, look at that first cut.
Oh, wow.
Do y'all see it? Do y'all see it? Because I see it. Can y'all see it good? Is the lighting good? That's it. Does that not look like a real crab cake? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It tastes like one. It's pretty damn close. Excuse my language. To a crab cake. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add the sauce on there. Oh my God. All right. It's so good.
Everybody is so excited about it. Everybody's talking about how yummy it looks. It looks amazing.
Hold the camera up just a little bit. But yeah, so y'all see how easy it is to make a mock seafood recipe? Like there's many variations of this. This is how I make my Maryland style jumbo and crab cake. And it's very reminiscent of a crab cake with little fillers. And just it's so good. Like it's really good. I'm not just saying it because I'm on camera. Like that was really yummy. But yeah, you guys, it's really easy. Like I said, I tell people I'm from the South, so I'm big on flavor. And when you make jackfruit, with the camera up, when you make jackfruit, the key is basically just infuse the water with flavor and just keep tasting your water. I'm gonna get a chair if I can sit down and be eye level with you guys. Sorry, guys. Okay. I'm done. I'm taking questions if I have any, but yeah, that's it. You just want to get that flavor in there. So I'm gonna take another bite. I haven't eaten all day, so but yeah, you guys, that's it. Like I said, there's many variations. Did you use canned jackfruit?
Yeah, it was canned jackfruit, and also I want to brag on you a little bit, Rene. You do amazing pop-ups, and people need to follow you on Instagram. It's at vegan_he. You need to follow her on Instagram. I'm telling you right now, and check out her pop-ups.
Thank you. Yes, those of you, this is the jackfruit that I use. This is from the Asian market in brine. They also have it in water, and I had one. I just used what I had around the house. So this was from Trader Joe's. And I just put them both together. They're the same. You can buy it in water. So let me put that down. You can buy it in water, but that's it, you guys. And I was telling people earlier the mistake that I made when I first went vegan. I was trying to make pulled pork. I bought the sweet one, and it was so nasty. I'm like, why is it so sweet? But just make sure you buy the one, not the sweet jackfruit, which is the yellow one. But yeah, this is it, guys. Very yummy, very tasty. And one more tip, I said it earlier, I'm going to reiterate it. If you're looking for a recipe, when you're Googling something, just don't Google how to make vegan this, how to make vegan that. Just Google the original recipe that you know. Perfect example, Alfredo sauce. Don't Google how to make vegan Alfredo sauce. Just Google how to make Alfredo sauce, and pictures are 1,000 words, like visually. You can tell the ones that look like they're really good. Then you want to go with that one. It's like, oh, okay. And then just modify, add or subtract certain ingredients. Because if you look at vegan Alfredo sauce, you're going to see so many people who add different things. And it may end up being nasty. Nobody wants vegan food. Is already expensive. Let me rephrase that. People think vegan food is expensive. It's not. It's very cheap when you use plant-based items, like the one I gave you today. When you get into the mock meat, that's when it gets expensive. You get the seitan, the vegan chicken, the vegan sausage. Oh, hold on. My battery is low. Hold on. Okay. But when you buy the vegan chicken, the vegan sausage, the vegan beef, that's when it gets expensive. But if you stick to strictly plant-based stuff, it's not as expensive as people think it is. You have to really infuse the flavor. That's what I tell people. But yeah, and so if you look for a regular Alfredo sauce to make, and you just learn to subtract and add ingredients. I'll tell you guys another tip, and actually, looking around my kitchen, I think I have it actually. You know what? I'm still looking. Before I was vegan, when you make Alfredo sauce, I'll give you this tip. I used to use, and most people use heavy whipping cream. But when you become vegan, you want to use coconut cream. But all coconut creams are not equal. Some of them are really sweet. So there's this one, looking around my kitchen. I'm going to show you guys this one really quickly. This is not the exact same one. This says coconut milk, but it's the same brand. It says coconut cream. And there's other brands of coconut cream. What might we use when you're vegan? I can't see all the words of what it's saying.
Oh, somebody's asking when you do your What mock meat do you use for your vegan pork chops?
Oh, I use seitan, but I make my own seitan. I made that on my page. I'm sure a lot of you see it was a big seller that day. And seitan. Again, I tell you guys, the Asian market will be your best friend. I'm gonna finish this sentence up and then I'll show you one more thing. But it says coconut cream. And whenever I use a recipe, just so you know, if you order from me or anything, if I'm using coconut milk, I'm using something like this. Why? Because it's 100% coconut milk. It's richer. I'm from the South, so I'm big on flavor and rich food. Even if it's vegan, I'm gonna give you that same feel of it not being vegan. Most people don't think my food is vegan, but it is. If you get regular coconut milk, you'll see it. It says water or whatever, which those are perfectly fine to use. But I'm big on the richness and stuff of flavor. But this right here is 100% coconut milk. So there's no fillers, there's no nothing. So this is the one I'm gonna always use in any recipe. But they have one just like this. It says coconut cream. So if you're making that Alfredo sauce, try to go for the one that says coconut cream. That's your substitute for heavy whipping cream, which was a really biggie in making Alfredo sauce, if you're looking up a recipe. And butter is an easy substitute. But the person who asked about like the pork chop, when you make your own, I'm not gonna show you guys everything, but I'm gonna show you this one last one. So like the seitan, make my own seitan from scratch. This is the Asian market. She's telling you this is your best friend. Artificial pork flavor. It's a bouillon. It's a powder bouillon. It's one of the things that helps get that pork flavor into my pork chops when I make it. Of course, I use other things, but the Asian market has vegan chicken flavor, vegan pork flavor, vegan fish flavor, vegan beef flavor. It has so many things, but you gotta read too, you guys. Like even if you use, like for example, Worcestershire sauce. I hope I'm saying that right. I know I'm local country, so I'm from Atlanta, but you have to make sure it doesn't have any seafood because some Worcestershire sauce is I've read the ingredients. It has anchovy sauce and stuff in it. But when you're looking for those things nowadays, when you find stuff, it's in bold letters. Let me show you how. When I mean bold, let me show you an example. I'm vegan, but my girlfriend is not vegan. So she eats these things. But when you're looking for recipes, like the ingredients, I'm going to show you this. Everybody, when I say bold, see how it says contains milk and soy ingredients? So anything that you guys are looking for, it jumps out at you, just so you know. Just another tip and trick when you're looking for vegan recipes. So that's it, you guys. Like, and if you my recipe, if you use breadcrumbs, same thing. It'll say contains milk and eggs or whatever it is, and it's in bright bold, like I showed you on that Rice Krispie Treat box. So just reading is key, but what I showed you is very easy, and it's a yummy, easy, amazing recipe, and you can fool a lot of people. So.
That was absolutely amazing, Renee. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today. And that honestly was like so fun to watch. And I picked up so many tips. My goodness, like that square masher you used, what a great idea, because then it doesn't squish everything down. And then you don't also have to go through the trouble of hand pulling it. It breaks it into exactly the right kind of little morsels.
Wait, I missed the first part. What?
I love all the tips that you've given us, but the masher that you used, the diamond masher, that's just the perfect tool for this. That's such a good tip.
This right here?
Yeah, that's such a good tip. I love that. Then you don't have to pull it apart.
Oh, the dollar store, you guys. And if you don't have that, use I don't know, use like maybe like when you mash potatoes, or I mean you can use a fork, but it takes too long to use a fork. Just use a big wooden spoon. Just use anything, because once you boil the jackfruit, you guys, it's gonna come apart effortlessly.
That is just so much fun. Thank you so much, Renee, for sharing your time with us and sharing this awesome recipe. That looks amazing. I'm going to go make it right now, actually. And I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Thank you for having me. I really
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much. Thank you for being with us. And I cannot wait to try your food myself at your next pop-up. I'm so excited about it. And we'll definitely be doing more cooking things in the future. So I'll give you a shout soon.
Hey, no problem. I hope everyone enjoys the recipe. Something really easy and tasty for you guys. So that's the thing. I don't give out recipes often at all. So this is something that's true and tried. And so everything that I use, you guys, you know how people give you recipes, they hold back or they don't show you everything. Everything you saw me use, if you buy it from me or what is what I use. Everything is exactly what I do. And that's how I make it. I didn't subtract, I didn't hide anything. I'm giving it to you raw and pure form. So
Thank you so much, Rene.